This is breaking news.
We begin tonight at our News Now desk, where reactions are pouring into that major ruling from the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
The liberal majority has thrown out the current Republican-drawn legislative maps. In a 4-3 decision, the court ordered new district boundary lines before next fall's election. 4 justices agreed with Democrats, who argued that the maps violate the Constitution because the districts are not contiguous.
Justice Jill Karofsky said it was striking how many legislative districts contain territory that is completely disconnected from the rest of the district, saying more than half of the legislative districts include detached territory. But Justice Rebecca Bradley said the contiguity argument is a Trojan horse, calling the ruling an effort to transfer political power.
And now take a look at the numbers from the most recent election. You can see for yourself when you add up all the votes for Republican candidates in all of the assembly races statewide, GOP candidates received just over 53% of the votes. They won 64 of the 99 seats. Now, this ruling has major political ramifications as lawmakers prepare for the next election. Our Shayna Najawan spoke with a UW professor on American politics and political theory. Shayna, what did he say?
Lee and Mark, Professor Howard Schweber says the basic legal question here was not really in doubt at all. He says that Wisconsin has had districts that were obviously unconstitutional. Now, Schweber says this state court ruling comes as the U.S. Supreme Court considers gerrymandering cases around the country.
This has the potential to become a huge U.S. Supreme Court controversy with lots of moving parts whose ultimate significance for Wisconsin may sort of bifurcate in terms of how much it affects federal elections as opposed to state elections.
And despite the ruling requiring new maps, Schweber says Wisconsin is a genuinely divided state, and Republicans will still have a chance at winning majorities. He says they just won't be supermajorities. Live in the newsroom, Shayna Najawan, WMTV 15 News.
Shayna, thank you. Governor Tony Evers says he agrees with the court majority that too many districts lack contiguity. Evers says the Republican-controlled legislature has gerrymandered itself into comfortable majorities for more than a decade. He says Wisconsin is a purple state. Meanwhile, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says the case was pre-decided before it was brought. He calls it a sad day for the state, contrasting today's ruling with just last year upholding the maps. Vos says the case will go to the U.S. Supreme Court.
So we are expecting to see new maps in about 2 months. The State Elections Commission has said maps have to be in place by March 15th for the November election. Now, the state senators who are halfway through their current 4-year terms will have to seek re-election in the fall. Today's ruling only affects legislative districts, not congressional districts. It also does not affect Wisconsin's electoral vote since we are a winner-take-all state. We are still getting reaction to this story. Our coverage continues at WMTV15news.com and on our free mobile app.